Good evening. It's been about a month since the new school year began, and for the third year in a row, enrollment at Lakeland College has seen a spike. 2,500 full and part-time students are enrolled at the college, up nearly 6% from this time last year and 19.2% from September of '09. Areas with the largest enrollment increase are energy and petroleum technology, trades and technology, sign language studies, and human services. Harvest is very close to being done and the border city is already celebrating. The Root Community Emporium held the Harvest Lantern Walk from Budmiller Park to their restaurant to show their excitement for the end of the farming season. Elise Cox has more.
Budmiller Park was singing a different tune as the Roots Harvest Lantern Walk began and paraded through our streets.
We're going behind the hemstock and let the hemstock know, and what's it called, points west, so that everybody can come out and watch as we go by and catch up. And the instruments, all the musicians who are with us are hopping in line and they're going to be playing with us as we go.
And walkers were encouraged to bring instruments or lanterns along for the trip. But Eli Lamoureux thought he might as well go all out.
Some percussion instruments, some hand drums and little clickers, and we also do have some homemade lanterns, paper lanterns, and a couple of store-bought just kind of decorated up. So we'll be sporting both tonight.
The walk is a celebration of the completion of harvest and was a way for the community to get together.
We have these events because they're super fun and we need a reason to get together, right? Let's have these parties to unite and gather.
It's obviously called the Root Community Emporium for a reason. They just want to get the community involved, do something fun.
And then once walkers got to the Root,
we've got a dance party.
Shane Phillip headlined the event with music he was sure would get people on their feet.
And I'm gonna do some tribal didgeridoo craziness, dance frenzy type stuff. Yeah.
And if these walkers weren't planning on dancing just to keep their toes warm,
We got a little bit of beautiful weather out. Why not enjoy it? It is a little cool, but nothing putting on an extra couple layers can't take care of.
Elise Cox, Newcap News.
Now Thanksgiving has arrived and many across the region will be sitting down to a family supper. Our Newcap camera was out and about today just as people were doing some last-minute shopping at the grocery store or just out enjoying the spectacular weather. And from the people we talked to, there's going to be a lot of people experiencing a turkey coma tonight.
Just a basic normal turkey supper. Mashed potatoes and all that.
We're having family over to my house and I'm cooking a turkey dinner.
We're going to my sister's for Thanksgiving supper today.
We're up from Saskatoon to see my sister and spend time with her family.
And with families across the region coming together, everyone has their own reasons to be thankful.
Well, everything. Good weather, good food, everything, good health.
What are you thankful for?
A color.
A color. Coloring?
Coloring the paper.
Coloring the paper. Yeah? Anything else?
Playing with toys.
And playing with toys. Yeah? And coming to the park? Yeah?
Just thankful having family around and just having a great time with them.
And just a reminder, Spiro's is holding their annual Thanksgiving supper tomorrow night at the St. John's Anglican Church. It's a tradition 25 years strong and welcomes everyone from the community so that no one is alone for the holiday. The Bobcats were back in action last night.
In unfamiliar position last night, looking for back-to-back wins against Fort McMurray at home. First period, Bobcats on the attack. Point shot creates a huge rebound. Pass slides right to Eric Tarian, who puts it past the tender, but it hits iron. Game stays scoreless until the 12-minute mark. Jason Wark's shot pops right to Dusty LeBrun, who scores. Second period, Oil Barons look to respond on the two-man advantage. They too miss the easy tap-in, but after the penalties expire, Zach Wittenberg fires a laser from the point to knot things up early in the second. 5 minutes later, Harrison Hendricks wins the draw and slips a soft one past Chase Martin to put the visitors in front. Bobcats look to counter. Robin Carlson fires one wide of the net, but Joel Johnson is Johnny on the spot. He can't find a hole and a mad scramble ensues. Puck pops out to Grant Baker, who rips one off an Oil Barons D-man. Bobcats come close but still trail. Minutes later, orange and black in tight again. Dusty LeBrun gets 2 cracks at it, but can't score. After all that, it's the Barons who notch another. Hendricks walks in front. Justin Fraser finishes it off. They score 3 unanswered goals to lead 3-1. Before the period's out, though, Bobcats find success on the power play. Braden Crone fools everyone with the wraparound for his first as a Cat, and he'd add another in the third. He battles hard in front to flick one past Ethan Wood, ties the score at 3. Minutes later, he appears to complete his hat trick, knocking one out of midair to score, but it's called back on a high stick. Have another look for yourself. Ooh, that's close. So with that, it's off to overtime, where the action was non-stop at both ends. Jason Wark scores in a wild OT. Bobcats win 4-3.
We're more concrete to where we want to be for sure. There's no question. You know, we've got a group of guys who work hard. We've got a very positive room, and you know, with a couple of changes, I mean, we're on the win train here.
We're on top of the world, right? Like last week we were 0-8. I mean, coming back, winning 2 big games this weekend, and we're going to go down on a South road trip and hopefully come back 5-8 after this next weekend.
Oh, unbelievable, yeah. You know, we swept Fort Mac this weekend, and there's no better feeling.
It was a busy weekend in the AJHL and a busy weekend in the NEAJBHL. The Lloydminster Junior B Bandits also had back-to-back games this weekend. In their first match, they had a wild game against the Vermilion Tigers. The Bandits trailed 3-2 heading into the third period, but scored 4 goals, including 2 in the final minute to beat the Tigers 6-5. Chris Romanchuk scored the game winner with just 15 seconds left. In their next game, the Bandits again were involved in an offensive battle. Despite scoring 6 goals again, the Bandits were not able to skate away with the win. The Wheat Kings scored with just 28 seconds left in this one to win 7-6. The Bandits' next game is at home this Friday against the Vermilion Tigers. The Lloydminster minor midget Rohan Rage were at the Civic Center this afternoon to wrap up their opening series against the SSAC Bulldogs. The Rage won yesterday's tilt 7-3. This game was all tied at 1 halfway through the first. Nicholas Bier whips the puck out of the SSAC zone right to a streaking Josh Hayward, who can't finish the pretty play. With 3 minutes left in the first, Bulldogs power play, puck bounces all over, and eventually Quinn Greenlead puts it home. 2-1 visitors. Second period, more Bulldogs. Hayward again has a great chance, but can't convert. Rage press for the equalizer on the power play, but they can only find ironing close. With the score tied at 2 late in the second, Chase Bateman streaks down the wing and shovels in his second attempt. The Rage lead 3-2 heading into the final frame. After a Rage timeout halfway through the period, the Bulldogs capitalize. Nicholas Coriel snipes a quick wrister past Danton Brooks for the tying goal. A minute and a half later, the Rage can't clear the zone. Josh Hayward takes control, and he'll find Nolan Menard in front. He wins the battle in the blue paint to make it 4-3. 27 seconds later, the Bulldogs can't control it in their own zone. Braden Wilson fires a blind backhand into the net. It's tied again with 7 minutes to play. But that changes 5 minutes later. The Rage again bumble it in their own end, and Garon Magre makes him pay. Dying seconds, The Rage get a great opportunity, but the Dogs shut the door. The Rohan Rage drop a back-and-forth game, 5-4 to the SSAC Bulldogs at home. So with that, the Rage and Bulldogs split the AMMHL opening weekend. The Rage are on the road next weekend to play back-to-back games against the St. Albert Flyers. The Flyers finished just 3 points behind the Rage in season standings last year.